You know what I hate? I hate when you have a pretty good YouTube channel, but you have no motivation to post on it. I want to thank all of the people who are new to my YouTube channel. I was watching a video that I posted just over a year and a half to 2 years ago. I had 600 and something followers or subscribers, and right now I have almost 2,500. So thank you to all of you that have subscribed or watched some of my videos in the past, and you know are interested in kind of learning about this dump trailer business, dumpster rental business. Um, I have a video for you today talking about how I had the heaviest load I've ever had in one of my trailers. As you can see right here, I have it kind of replaying on the screen. It was 8.19 tons or 16,000 pounds. I'll go over how all of that came to be and kind of explain what's been going on, what I've been doing, where I'm at, where I'm headed, and why I haven't posted any videos. If you do follow me on TikTok, you know that I still am pretty active on there. I post on there once every couple months. But honestly, I've said it before in YouTube, like I am not the biggest social media person. Um, and it's just difficult sometimes to spend the time on this when it's just not really something that I don't want to say I don't like doing it because I do like doing it, but at the same time I don't like doing it. If that makes sense. I don't know if any of you kind of get where I'm coming from, but I like doing it. It's cool to go through the comments and talk to all of you, and it's cool to be able to answer some of your questions. But at the same time, you know what? Really, I don't like doing. I can do this all day. I can talk to the microphone all day and tell you all about this business and what I've done in it. But it's the actual filming. I think I've said this before. Like getting video out in public, I feel like an asshole. So anyway, I got some videos for you today from when I had this 16,000 pound load. So the story behind this is what the trailer looked like when I picked it up. And if I'm being completely honest, to me, that didn't look like it was 8 tons or 16,000 pounds. But I didn't even take too many photos or pictures or anything of this because I didn't think it was very heavy. But basically, the story behind this is that this guy rented the dumpster from me, and he had already rented it from me maybe 2 or 3 times before this incident. And I found out that he actually did car hauler or car trailer rentals, and he was advertising like on Facebook, TikTok, OfferUp, Craigslist, and I ended up needing one. Okay, here we go. I found the photo. So this is the car hauler that customer offered as a rental. It was honestly a pretty sweet car hauler. And as you could see, I had picked up this 94 Chevy 2500 long bed. Customer traded it to me for a dumpster rental. And I was more than happy to take this off of his hands. It needed a fuel pump. And all I did was me and my brother-in-law dropped the tank, put a new fuel pump in that bad boy, and it fired right up. It was a 5-speed. I have since sold it, but at the time, that's what I needed the car hauler for. So this customer, he's like, "Hey, I have to do my retaining wall." So the customer said, "I need to do my retaining wall." He's already booked with me twice, and I'm like, "Well, you know what? I need a car hauler. So let's maybe do a little trade skis. What do you say? Give me like $100 and the car hauler. I'll come drop off the dumpster to you, and then you just pay the dump fees. Because if you're gonna do the retaining wall and all that stuff, it could get expensive. And let's just trade for trade. Just you pay all the dump fees, so I don't have to worry about it at all." And he's like, "Yeah, cool. Let's do that." So as you can see, this here is a photo. This is when I had the nice car hauler I was using. Then I go back. This is the day that I was picking up. This is what they had thrown in the dumpster from his retaining wall. Again, um, at the time, it didn't look too heavy. I felt like I had seen heavier dumpsters, like the one that I talked about in my biggest mistake video. The wheels weren't pancaked at all. It hooked up to my truck pretty simply. I knew it was heavy, but I didn't know obviously how heavy it was. So I told the guy, we were only about 10 minutes away from the landfill, from his house. So I told the guy, I said, you know what? Why don't you just come with me and you can pay for the dump fees straight on your card so that I don't even have to, like worry about giving you a bill or anything like that. He was like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm down with that. So this is when we got back into the truck after um, after we paid. You can see down there $490 for 8.19 tons. The rate was pretty low back then, $47 a ton. It was like, I remember just looking at that like, holy smokes, this is a ton of money. And then we I tried to lift it. Obviously, it didn't lift out. So he volunteered. I mean, I kind of helped, but it really wasn't my deal. He volunteered. He hopped in the dumpster and started throwing stuff out of it. I think we had a shovel, or maybe somebody gave us a shovel, and I was telling him to focus on the front half of the dumpster so that get most of the front out. Maybe it'll lift. So finally, I have this video here of I was like, dude, I gotta set up a GoPro for this. You can see it looks a lot different than the picture, um, or like the video that you just saw of what it was at his house, because that's how much he was able to get out while we were there. So honestly, he shoveled out a lot. I think we were probably there for maybe an hour to an hour and a half shoveling stuff out. And then as you can see, the dump trailer finally lifted, and all of this 16,000 pounds or whatever is left of that started to come out. This was an interesting job for a few reasons. I thought about the legalities and implications of an accident as soon as I saw that receipt with the weight on it. And then the customer, or the guy that I was working with, he obviously thought about whether or not I was frustrated regarding how overweight it really was. This really was just pure ignorance, just stupid on my part that I allowed something like that to happen. I knew, like I said, he told me, yeah, they're doing the retaining wall. I didn't, I had already had rules in place to make sure that they only fill it up halfway, but I didn't even mention that to him. Stupidly, not because I didn't think that he should follow those rules, but I thought like there's no way, it's. I was worried thinking about the price. I guess I didn't think about how heavy it could actually get. Stupidly, again, I'm saying this 100,000%. This was like very stupid. I shouldn't have driven with this. The only difference from this story compared to the story that I talked about with my worst mistake that I've made is that my truck hooked up to it. I don't know. I mean, everything seemed kind of normal. Did not seem heavy on the tongue. And when I was rolling down the street with it, it really didn't seem heavy either. My Duramax honestly killed it with this because I didn't really know that I was at 16,000 pounds until I rolled over the scale, and the person looked at me like, man, this is a pretty heavy trailer, huh? Um, so yeah, that's the story of how I had the heaviest load so far in my dump trailer, 16,000 pounds. It wasn't the longest story, but yeah, that's how it happened. I just want to take a minute here in the video to tell everyone on YouTube that I welcomed another baby into my life. Me and my wife have now two boys. There's my older son on the left with our new baby on the right. And I normally don't share things like this on social media, let alone on social media where it's mostly strangers. I just posted this photo to Facebook. Um, but there are a ton of you that know me now off YouTube that remember when I had my son, my oldest son. I was doing this business full time, and I was juggling the fact of working, full time doing the dumpster rental business, trying to give all of my attention to the dumpster rental business when I had a newborn son. And honestly, it was very, very difficult to have to get up and get into the truck, basically a day or 2 or 3 days after he was born. So I'm very glad that now he's 2.5, almost 3 years old, that I've kind of got it more secured and settled down. And it was very, very easy and nice welcoming our other son into this earth. So I just wanted to show you guys that. All right, so I mean, other than that, here's a photo that I took recently at the dump, pretty early, getting rid of some trash in one of the dump trailers. Let's just talk about social media and where I've been, why I haven't posted in almost 500 days. Like I talked about it in the beginning, mostly it just has to do with actually getting video for videos. As you can see, this whole video is just photos or video that I have from over 2 years ago. I absolutely hate going out in public with my phone out, trying to record like I'm some influencer or YouTuber. And personally, it's just not me. Hats off to all the people that can do it, but it's not me. So I've always struggled with that. I like making content. I like doing YouTube. I've talked about it before that that's probably one of my biggest mistakes in my life is that I did not stick with YouTube from the beginning, early 2010s when I wanted to do it, and I always kind of had little spurts at it, but never really made anything with it. And this YouTube channel that I have now definitely probably has the most traction. And again, I'm failing it. I'm failing at my YouTube journey. So I don't necessarily want to do that, but ultimately, I've tried to make it clear. I have it in the description of the YouTube. I say it in most videos that this is like my YouTube channel. Hopefully, you can learn something. Hopefully, you like hanging out. But ultimately, the production value I can't imagine will ever be, you know, extreme. I made that one. I want to watch it real quick. All right, real quick. I just want to watch this because I did make this that had a pretty, I thought, really great production value. And it's always nice to watch. So I just want to watch it again real quick with you all.
I started moving weight over a year ago now, and even though it's had its tough times, it's definitely been worth it financially.
Okay, come on. That's a sick graphic that I made, right? Dirty Money? Come on. That is a sweet graphic.
Me? Yeah, I've done time in line at the landfill. Endless days and endless nights waiting to, dump my load. I got two phones because, I have to keep my personal life separate from this dirty life. I'm in the game for one reason, and that's my family. I'd do anything for them. Although my wife doesn't agree with my line of work, it puts food on the table and diapers on the baby, so that's all that matters to me.
Yeah, I'm worried about him, but I understand he has to be
Oh, that's
doing
funny.
this for our family. But it's a little scary. Every day he's going out there, working.
I've never used this stuff myself, like for personal use. I've always just been selling it. Just work. The EPA tried to hit me with a 20 charge, but I beat that on the technicality and only did 3 hours at Mid-Valley. Everybody's got dirt. Everybody's got trash. This definitely won't be the last time you hear from me. Believe that.
So I made that after watching like I don't know, it was like a documentary about some dude selling drugs, and they had to blur his face, and they didn't really even show his face. It really just showed like his feet or his arms, and then they had his girl and his baby on there, and they were like, "Oh my god, I hate that he does this. I hate that he sells drugs, but I love all the money he gives me, and I love that he helps me with all this money." And I thought it was hilarious. And so I was like, man, I could do that with a dumpster rental parody. I don't know if this amazing piece of cinematography that I did gets enough credit, but if you're still watching this, I really hope that you enjoyed that because it is parody in its fullest. I thought it was hilarious. I really thought it was funny while making it, and I thought I did a pretty good job at like actually making it like on a video side. I I remember doing like the captions. Like that took me a long time. I didn't know that there was like programs that could make the captions, automatically. So I had to hand type everything and cut it in, put it into the right keyframes and stuff. I really liked this video and making it. But if you think about it, I was able to pretty much shoot everything either in my truck or at home. And so when I think about having to make videos for this YouTube channel, well, obviously this was on this YouTube channel too, but like when I have to make videos for the YouTube channel regularly, the type of content that a lot of the other dumpster rental people are making are like with them on camera, their face on camera, or their like time lapse videos of going out and doing stuff and dealing with the customer and at the dump. And again, like I said, it's really just not something that I like to do. So because of that, I really like making this, but at the same time, I don't like making the other content. If that makes sense. Hopefully, any of you that are still listening, however long this video is, hopefully that kind of makes sense to you. Again, just my channel, just messing around. Feel free to comment if you have any questions about the dumpster rental business or you're just trying to chit chat. I definitely want to make more YouTube videos. Like I hope that I'm making that clear. I currently have no motivation to go out and shoot YouTube videos. But I hope that this video is well received and maybe, I can become a voiceover channel where all I do is just react to stuff all day. And then I don't know, like if you guys, I'm most of you, are not from here, Southern California, or even like the Inland Empire, mostly San Bernardino. But real quick, like this phone booth, I seen somebody get smoked here when I was a little kid. And then also like let's see, where are we at? Right here, boom, Mystical Flute Man. Where's he at? 112. Dang it. That was a Carousel Mall before it got torn down. That's the Mystical Flute Man. Shout out to Baker X Derek. And then I took that video, by the way. Phil's Charbroil Burgers, my favorite spot in the ghetto that is now closed as well. But I really like making this video. I'm starting to ramble. I like making videos as long as I don't have to be on the camera, or as long as people don't have to see me, I guess, making the videos, because then, like I said, I feel like an asshole. Thank you to all those that have been here listening to me ramble. Please, in the comments below, write me a comment, whether it be you saying a comment or maybe you telling me how much you hate my guts. Either way, whether or not you just write the words a comment or you tell me how much you hate me, I'm grateful for you being here and hearing me say this. I hope to talk to you all soon, and have a great one.